news today? Well, first of all, have you talked to her?
It was yesterday.
You talked to her yesterday?
Yeah, it actually broke yesterday about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
So what'd she do? She say, hi, Dad?
No, she didn't call me. Basically, what happened was Terry was at work. She got a phone call from the FBI agent, and he says, "Are you Terry Susan Probin?" She goes, "Yes." And he goes, "We have Jaycee." And Terry thought somebody was playing a joke on her. She wasn't happy at first.
Mm-hmm.
And the FBI just said, "No, I'm serious." And he put Jaycee on the telephone. And they had a conversation. And then she talked to the FBI agent again, and she talked to Jaycee again, and it's her.
When did you talk to her, have you?
I have not talked to Jaycee.
Do you relive that day, that June 10th day? Or do you try to block it out of your mind?
Yeah, I've come to a point where I don't really live that day, because I used to be like an armchair quarterback where I had my car keys, I could chase them and this, but those days are gone. I came to the point where it's like it would be nice for a recovery, it would be nice for an ending, it would be nice for these people to go to jail for the rest of their life for death penalty or whatever happens. Into that point, we actually had to have a point where you just stop and kind of like let it go. My wife was so upset the first I'd say 10 years. Her vacation, she'd take a week off for the birthday and a week off on the day she was kidnapped, and she'd sit there and be a zombie for a week.
How about you?
No, I'm an old Vietnam vet, and plus I was a suspect. I was a stepdad. I had to be honest. They looked at me, which is only right.
It must have been brutal, though.
It was. What are you going to do?
So you see the car. You see how many people jumped out? One or two?
The driver jumped out. It was like they cut her off, and I saw the door fly open. Then I immediately jumped on my mountain bike, tried to get to her, but it's just too far away. And by then, my energy was zapped, having something like this happen, in front of you, type of thing.
You couldn't get the license, couldn't see it.
No.
Could you still see that person in your head today?
I never saw the person. As soon as I saw the door fly open, I knew what was going down. It's like, and I heard a scream. She was wearing in pink that day, and she had a backpack on, type of thing. As soon as I saw that door whip, it just didn't open. It like flew open. I knew right then. It was like I didn't even stand there for a second and watched him grab her, didn't watch him put her back in. As soon as I saw that door, I was trying to get to her.
Because you were in the front room of your house?
No, I was in the garage, which is down below, and the house is a lot of stairs going up. I was actually in the garage. I just bought some rabbits for the girls, and I was building a cage.
And she was on her way to school?
Yeah.
She was going to go to school?
Yeah.
Was there any threat? Did anybody ever thought that she'd be kidnapped?
No.
Never?
Actually, we moved from here to start a new life up there, to be in the mountains, to be safe. My wife was excited about, being in the country and in a remote area, outside. And just, we made her walk on the other side of the street so she could see cars coming down. And it's like, all the precautions, and have this happen.
And you and Jesse's mother, you split up?
Yeah.
Do you think that's what did it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've never had a fight. It wasn't over money. It wasn't over anything. It just takes a toll. She was going to a psychologist, and the psychologist is advising her, and probably if she didn't go to a psychologist, she'd still be married. Who knows?
She didn't say to you ever, hey,
No.
Why weren't you watching her? Why didn't you get her? Anything like that?
Never.
And you've gotten over the idea that you did all you could.
Yeah, just like other than being an armchair quarterback and wishing I'd done this and this. Yeah, I feel guilty as hell. Why didn't I drive her? And then I find out later on that she was like a little bit antisocial, so she walked by herself. She didn't walk with the rest of the kids. All these things you find out later, which is too late.
Are you surprised that you haven't talked to her yet?
No, I'm not surprised at all, because it's just too soon. They've got these people supposedly in jail, and Terry's flying up there even just to make sure it's her.
Do you have any details about how this whole thing, and did somebody tell her what happened, or you?
Basically, I found out through a reporter that she walked supposedly into Antioch, into the police station. I didn't even know that.
And said what? I've been kidnapped 19 years ago, here I am?
I think so.
Just like that?
I think so, because basically she told my wife told me that she has full memory of everything.
And she was raised by the people that kidnapped her?
I'm assuming, she's 29 years old now.
You must be in a fog right now.
Actually, I haven't had a chance. I've been doing, this is probably the 40th interview since 10 o'clock last night. My wife says to me, the first thing she told me after we started crying is, keep it quiet. By the time I walked back in the house, there was 3 phone calls already messages left from reporters. So that's when I decided I can't keep it quiet, because there's already 3 people calling me.
I guess you're really anxious to talk to her.
To tell you the truth, I'm more anxious to find out what happened, who these people are, all these kind of questions.
Because even though she wasn't your daughter, you were
right.
raising her, and you were getting very close to adopting her.
Yeah, I mean, I had just thrown a birthday party for her, got her a new bicycle the week before, and she was just coming around at first. Being a stepdad, she was fighting me because she was the boss. Basically, kids are when you come into a family, and she was just coming around, and she was going to come down here for summer vacation. My mother was very close to her, and week before school got out, she's walking to school, and boom, it's like.
Did you ever think at one point she's dead? Forget it.
Oh yeah,
gone?
yeah. I figured, well, she's dead, but my hope was to recover the body and to capture these people. That was after that period of time, and to get her back alive now and get her back, I think, in a reasonable condition. I don't know how mentally, I don't know what she's gone through. We'll find out today at like 3 o'clock when this interview happens.
I can imagine you can hardly wait to grab her and hug her.
Well, that too, but like I say, I'm in shock, first of all, and I'm more curious about what the details are.
Yeah.
Who these people are, who, what she's been doing. I'm more, curious about that. Let my wife hug her. I mean, they're like twins. It's like she'll do enough hugging.
You still refer to her as your wife. You never got divorced, I think.
Right.
Just
right.
separated.
Right.
All right, sir.